Looks like it's going to be a pretty soggy night here at TIAA Bank Field. Rain showers, maybe an occasional clap of thunder supposed to continue throughout here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 6 yards. Here we go.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Play
fake. Brissett slings this deep from McLaurin. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
I'm on. Pass him. Mike 54. Let's put him right.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. Calais Campbell on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch up. 91 is the mark. Hey, orbit. Push him back. Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now we'll give right side Coleman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Brissett. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Set, ready. 60 out low. 54 Mike. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Last play, line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Brissett. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
91 is the mark.
To throw again. Ballman. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. From the gun, Bauman, and he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, Brissett. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook, 44 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 1 second. Nothing on EA Sports. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
First down.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
44's Mike. Check. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Bowman looking for his running back, and he's got him. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Check. Block 54. Let's go deep tight. Let's go deep tight. Anyway. Wide. Get wide.
Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Ready? 52. Right. 52. I got you, boy.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. The open man is Westbrook. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Hey, Mike 52. Down to lose one. 5-2 is the Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Brissett. This is Coleman with a grab. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Brissett. It's caught by Coleman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Ready. 52. Watch the run.
From the gun, here's Brissett. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. On first down, it's Coleman. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
You think you gonna get this? 52's the mic, boys. 52.
Throwing. Brissett. And he completes it to Westbrook. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Back to throw. Bauman rolling to his left. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Got it. Mike Bobo. I'm scared.
From the gun, Bauman. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Looking to throw. Bauman. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Josh Allen able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he's going to go down again. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Bauman. And And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Let's go.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A gain of 3, second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Bauman. And he fires one, but incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
You ain't going nowhere.
And an alley to run. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Watch the ship. Check 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tevin Coleman, ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 21-0. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. 2nd and 14. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I got one. Kill.
Hey, Haywood. Fight.
2nd and 4. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw. Ballman. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bauman, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Final tune-up here before the regular season. And look, we know how much talent this guy has, but those are the mistakes he's going to have to avoid when the regular season does begin. Because as a high draft pick, you're expected to be the guy sooner rather than later. And what they want to see is that you've absorbed teachings from the first 3 games, and now you look maybe not a finished product, but a guy now who is trending towards being the man for your football team. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw is Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Buddy up. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Whip. Watch the whip.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they hand off to Coleman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Well, they're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1.
Check 26, check 26. 22, check, Coleman. 22.
It's Coleman here. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it is 28-0.
Jaguars 28, Broncos nothing. Josh Lambeau, the kickoff for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Woo! Let's get it.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
I'm going to come back to you.
2nd and 9 now. And he slings one that's incomplete.
On 2nd down, intended for number 87, incomplete. It's 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
To throw on 3rd down, Ballman. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bauman. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Ballman. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
61, matchbox lights. Hey.
On 4th down, Bauman. And Eifert has it. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw. Ballman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davis.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Brissett now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Coleman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason. And this is caught inside the 5. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Brissett now on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Brissett. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Play action now. Brissett. And that's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now it's Lockett. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's 2nd down.
44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Target, 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 target. Let's go.
Throwing again. Bauman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Flushed out right. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. On 4th down, Bauman. It's caught by Funchess. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. On 1st down, Bauman. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, Bauman. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make.
But I don't know if he made it out of the end end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, get the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
Come on now, let's go.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Coleman. And some space here. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Come on, set. 60 yards.
Watch the screen.
Hey, wahoo. 2.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Throwing on first down. Bauman. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Fletcher Cox bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Back to throw. Bauman. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter